the offensive line making with everyone returning?
I think we're eager to get back to it. We had some success this year, and just as well as I do at the beginning of the year last year, we hadn't played together, and to be able to come back together, and we still had success last year, but we feel like it was just the tip of the iceberg. So we know that there's a lot we can improve on, and the coaches right now are spending all this time breaking down film, and there's just you go back and watch it a few months out, and you're like, wow, there was a lot left out there. So,
Coach mentioned unfinished business. In your mind, what does that equate to?
I think we left a lot out there, and when it comes down to it, you just, whether it's a play, whether it's a game, you clean up a few plays here and there, and you got a 2-game difference on the season. We didn't finish how we wanted to. We felt like we left a ton in that game, but you guys know as well as I do, it could have been a whole lot different headed into the season now. So we know that there's more, and that's what's exciting is we just got started last year.
How much discussion was there between you guys on deciding to come back? I know everybody had their own individual reasons, but it sounded like there was quite a bit of communication there too.
Yeah, there was a lot. After we won the Big 12 championship, we all had dinner together, just us, I guess, 4 guys that kind of had the option to leave. And what makes it great is playing next to one another. And we knew, although everyone has their own journey, their own choices, their own decision, it's important that we wanted to come back together and do this together. We had a great run, but I knew I didn't want to come back alone if I didn't have those guys there with me. So it was huge that we all got to do it together.
Where do you guys eat at?
We actually ate so long. So
okay.
I think that was BB's choice.
So that's where the dominoes fell, right there.
That was definitely the start of it. We had our first conversation there, and that would have been the Sunday after we won the Big 12. So there was still a lot of emotions. We had to wait a little bit and kind of feel some things out and let the dust settle after that game and get into bowl prep. But yeah, that was where it started.
What's the go-to?
I get the buffalo chicken wrap, but I'm a big so long guy. I think they got great burgers, but I like the wrap.
It's been the anticipation level just for this spring, and obviously this season is more important, but you got to get into spring first.
Yeah. We set the standard high, and last year was kind of the groundwork and the foundation. And now that we kind of had a winner, we kind of have, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what we need to do. Here's the framework of what we need to have success. That's the standard. And now everything we did last year is just the minimum. We know that we can ramp it up from there. We got more. We can do more this winter. We can do more this spring. And we're not installing base install. We're cleaning up things we had this past season because fortunately we bring a lot of guys back and we have a ton of experience. So it's cool that you can build and you don't have to go back to day one. And but the standard's high.
What are your personal objectives?
For me, I got a ton to prove. Last year I was just coming onto the scene and I was building confidence and everything was new. And I mean, the first 3 games I was figuring out if I could play. And I was able to have success this year. And now I know the sky's the limit. And I got the confidence that I needed last year. Now it's like, okay, where can I build? I'm not just staying alive out here. I'm dominating. I'm having success and doing the best I can do.
Should you guys be considered one of the best offensive lines in the Big 12 next year?
That's a statement that we're wanting to make as a group. We know that we can be the best. We can be one of the best offensive lines in the country. But with that comes work. And we know the goals that we have as a unit. And we know that it's going to take a lot of work to get there, and it's not going to happen overnight.
What's it like blocking for a stud like Will Howard?
Will's awesome. We all feed off of Will, and he's one of our best friends. We hang out all the time. So just the energy and I think the looseness that Will brings, it's a special group. Will's a lighthearted, fun guy to be around, but you also know that he's going to lay it out there for you, and we're going to do the same for him. But he brings an interesting dynamic that you usually don't have as a quarterback, which is the lightness that Will has. He's a special dude.
What's that competition level mean?
What's that?
What does the competition level mean?
Everyone needs pushed. And with everyone coming back, there's a lot of room for growth, and those young guys are continuing to compete. They're going to have a great spring. They're going to push us. I want guys to compete with me. And it's across the room. It's everywhere on the team like that, though. We got receivers that are competing for spots, safeties, DBs, everywhere. And competition is ultimately what's going to push the team forward.
How odd is it to not see Deuce Vaughn around Veneer anymore, besides being quieter, I'm sure?
Yeah, it's definitely, there's kind of a space without him. Deuce always brought like the same lighthearted and goofiness, and if you're having a bad day, Deuce would be there, smile and pick it up. But it's exciting to see what Deuce is doing and to see him on TV. And I don't know if you guys saw that commercial. Just, I mean, that's Deuce. Deuce is one of the hardest workers I knew, and no one better for the spotlight and the coverage that he's getting. I mean, Deuce Vaughn is the man, and he's worked for it. He's proved it. So.
Where do you think